Okay, welcome back. Um, so this is my another video here for the Razorblade. So we made the blade holder, we made the notch in the blade holder, and now we're going to do the squigglies. Okay, so we have to make this shape here, and it is going to be used to make these kind of rounded edges for the blade, the slider to slide on and bite as it pushes the blade forward. So this is the nice image, the end result of what it's supposed to look like. So what you basically need to do is make it's like a valley, like where there would be like a lake, and then a rounded mountain, and the top of the mountain can't be taller than this edge here, so that it's doesn't protrude out past it. And then to do that, this angle needs to be extended out, and we basically are just going to do a solid difference. We're going to extrude a solid of this shape and do a solid difference, and then we can do a couple of micro fillets in there. Yeah, they do some fillets, and then we'll make the blade. So I think that's what we'll do for this video. All right, so I'm going to go into my top view, and I'm going to make a new layer, and I will call it Squigglies. Okay, and I'll do a nice bright red color, just any color that I could really see, because it's going to get a little busy in here. So there's squigglies on the background bitmap go here to here, but my blade holder, the slot, the south side of the slot is here, and then the edge of the body where I could see the squigglies is right down here. So mine have to go like this. They kind of got to go like this. So I like to do like the hop copy method for this. In the tutorial, they do a whole bunch of filleting. Like, that's a lot of trimming and filleting to do. I just like to get one set and then just copy it all the way across. So let's try this. So I'll just show you again in the shaded display. I have to make my squigglies in here. So the top of the mountain can't go past this edge, and the bottom of the lake can't go past this edge. So go back to a wireframe. All right, so I'm going to take a polyline, and I'll turn my no snaps on. I'm going to just start off of it right here, and I'm going to come down. I say like right about here. Okay, and I am going to mirror this so that it's an identical angle. Okay, so I don't think I did that with my class yesterday, but I'll do it now. Endpoint snap, hold down shift. So now I have a nice symmetrical V. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and copy it. There's so many ways you can do this, by the way. I'm going to copy it with ortho right over here so that it doesn't, the corner here doesn't touch the top edge. Okay, so now I'll do a trim. Cutting objects is this. Objects to trim is, whoops, I hope I didn't trim anything, that. And then trim, cutting objects is this. Objects to trim is that. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fillet this. I'm going to make my bottom of my lake, top of my mountain. Okay, so I'll do a fillet curve. So the radius of 2, let's see what this looks like. That's too big for me. All right, I'll do a radius of 1.5 maybe. Yeah, it's better. I like that better. And then this one, I'll do a radius of 0.5. Let's see what that looks like. A little bit too small, so I'll do a 0.75. Yeah, that's nice. Okay, so believe it or not, this fillet has an end point right here. Okay, so if I were to delete this side of the curve here, I could make a line, and if I hold down Shift, I can extend it past here and split this thing with this. So now I have this squiggle. Okay, so I'm going to join it up. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I made this squiggle, and what's special about it is that the start of it is at the same height as the end of it, even though it's completely different shape. So when I go to do my hop copy, it's not going to start tapering upwards or downwards because like these were not on the same, on the same Y height, I guess. All right, so I'll delete this construction line, and I'm going to just try to do my hop copy. So I'm going to copy from end to end. Okay, let me maximize my top view. Cool. I feel like this went actually a lot smoother than in my class yesterday. I guess I was a little rusty yesterday. I'll put one more. It's fine. Okay, this last one now, I'm going to explode. And what is that line? Is that? Oh, good, yeah. I'm going to take this off. So I deleted that. And I'd actually like to, I'm going to take that curve, and I'll mirror it. So it doesn't matter really where I mirror it, just with ortho, as long as you use ortho, and then I could just move it. So I mirrored it over. Whoops. I'm going to move this from end to end. So I mirrored this curve just in a random spot. I made sure I had ortho on so that it was same angle, and then I'll just make another line from end to end. So what I got now is squiggly, where the bottom doesn't touch this edge here, the top doesn't touch this edge, and I think proportionally it looks pretty good. So I should probably join all of these up. So let's see if I can click and drag. Yeah, I got lucky. You have to be careful. Sometimes you wind up dragging your blade holder. I'll join it up. 13 curves joined to one closed curve. All right. So I'm going to drag mine up here in the right side view with ortho on so that it's floating inside my blade holder. That way, when I go to extrude it, I don't make by mistake, make a notch in the bottom piece here. So I'm going to do a solid extrude planar curve straight, and I'll bring it right up. So here's what it is. It's floating right there. And this is don't forget, this has to be a closed poly surface or a solid. And it is. If it's not, you won't be able to do a Boolean difference. You won't be able to figure it out. So I'm going to do a solid difference. Select solids to subtract from. I'm subtracting from the blade holder. Enter. Select solid to subtract with. Delete input equals yes. Yeah, I don't want to keep this thing, so I'm just going to say click on that, and then hit enter. And there it is. There is my squigglies. Okay, so I'm going to do a little micro fillet on here. All right, so let's do a solid fillet edge. I'll do a radius of 1. I think that should be good. That looks good. Beautiful. All right, I'll take this curve that I have, and I will, I guess I could leave it in squiggly and just hide squiggly. So let me go back to the tutorial. So here's squiggly, we did it. All right, let's make the blade. So maybe I'll actually I'm going to take this curve, put it into my curve layer, so it's gone, and then I'll rename this blade. Okay, so we want to have the pointy part of the blade, or the blade edge, to be on the left side here. All right, because this is the right side view. So in essence, you're looking at here we're looking at the back of the blade. Okay, so we're gonna want the sharp edge of the blade to be on the left side. This is how I make the blade. I'll show you what theirs looks like. So they make a shape for it. They don't, excuse me. Oh my God, that was like an uncontrollable yawn. They don't tell you how they make this, but it's basically a rectangle with half of it sloped down to make the edge of the knife blade. Okay, so I'm going to draw this on my right side view. I'm going to extrude it, and it looks like they extruded almost all the way to the back, and then they make the shape in the front and the back. They extrude it, solid difference, and then there's the resulting blade. Okay, so this will be kind of a quicker video, I hope. So I have the blade layer on. I'm going to take a rectangle tool, and I want to keep the blade pretty thin. Okay, so I think that's pretty good right there. And then I'm going to take a polyline with endpoint snap and near snap on. And then I'm going to get right in the corner here. With my near snap, I'm going to, or I'll maximize for you, I'm going to make the beveled edge of the blade. So I'll say, like, I guess like right there looks pretty good. I'm going to trim this part off. So cutting objects is this, objects to trim is that. I'm going to join this and this. Okay. And so now if I take this and I extrude it as a solid, I could bring it all the way out. So there's my blade. It actually looks good. And then I'm going to cut it off in these two spots. So maybe what I'll do is hide these other layers. And I'm going to make a, let me look at my blade holder to see where it is. All right, so my blade holder sticks out a little farther. Okay, so I'll go, okay. I could have just done a surface, but I'm gonna try their solid difference technique. And then here I'll do the same thing. They want it basically in line with the drawn slider. Okay, so we're going to extrude the solids. Solid, extrude planar curve straight. Extrude this one and this one. Both sides, yes. Okay, make sure that it goes all the way through the blade holder. And then I'll do a solid difference. Solid difference, which is just subtracting one solid from another. So what do I want to subtract from? I want to subtract from the blade here. Enter. Subtract with. The input equals yes. Yeah, sure. Subtract with this and that. Enter. There we go. Let me clean up my layers. Okay. All right, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna hit save, and we are good.